holding. If you then I must be the cold and exploding.
It's Week 18 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Seahawks and the Cards, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go from Seattle. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Cook again. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
To throw is Murray. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
This is taken at the 15. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The Seahawks at 14-2 heading into this final week. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we can turn it all loose.
Footing always a concern with the extra points up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Here's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 72 yards. And the Cards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Liking 18. Go.
Back to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Murray. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Murray now on first down. And it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on about this earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Murray has it knocked loose. Stumble. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, right side. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Here's a throw. Complete right side to start things out. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perez.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
19 Tigers. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. On second down, it's Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, Murray. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be take him down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, here's Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Murray to air it out again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Hall picks up his second sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Into space at the 45. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful.
Rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Patterson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go. Had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That injury stoppage here and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. He finds his man, complete. That's 4th. So nothing doing there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And it's taken in at the 9. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
18, 5 here.
They'll drop the throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the pylon, touchdown! A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting it... I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go.
1st down, Cardinals.
Opposite, green, black block, switch, yellow.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
1st down, Arizona.
Trouble, 38.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
I'll
Here
tell
we
you,
go.
far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Seahawks 39-yard
Ball
line.
on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this deep. Back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
On the Seahawks 23-yard
Check
line.
right. Blue, check. Smith, red. Yellow, line.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ford. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw again. He'll get this out to the flat for Y.T.M. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that run. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Touchdown, Seahawks! From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, it's one more.
Can I talk my... Come on. That other side. The Oakland way. Hey. C5. Can't nobody do me like...